Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing live golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
They made him
I
a zero iron.
literally just watched that video on that today.
They made it. Yeah, so it was a 12-degree iron, which is ridiculous, right? So, whatever your driver is, 9 degrees or whatever, 12-degree iron just so he can smash it like he did, because that was what made him the golfer he was, right? So, not many people can play on the course with what clubs they have that they would normally play on, thick or rough, things like that. So it's a totally different style course. So it's really what I mean by it confuses me. It's tough to pick somebody out of a hat of really good golfers that would thrive on a course like that.
All right. So we have lots of different body parts, obviously, head to toe. In general, all humans are similarly structured, like 4 long appendages. In your case, 5 long appendages. We pretty much all ambulate upright. We have bones that are dense enough to carry our weight, things like that, but not light enough where we can fly off the ground. But everything pretty much has somewhat of a purpose for the most part that we have that are on us. But anyway,
I can't wait to find out where we're going with this.
I want you to rank these 3 parts that are on every human body from most useful to least useful and tell me why. Okay.
All right.
All right. The first one are eyebrows. The hair, at the very bottom of your forehead, not your eyelashes, the eyebrows, the ones that we can't see when you don't have.
I know what I get it. I know what eyebrows are.
Okay.
Got it.
The other is the thumbnail. So like all of our other fingers are pretty good at scratching, clawing, digging, opening up things, but the nail actually on your thumb, and it always kind of feels like it's the strongest nail too. So if you want to, I don't know, figure out why, that'd be awesome. And all this extra skin here, your weenus,
The
here,
weenus.
hanging,
Yeah.
hanging from your elbow.
Yeah.
So eyebrows, thumbnail, weenus, from most useful to least useful.
All right. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna shock you. Wait. Oh, you're asking most
useful. Yeah, most
Okay.
useful
All
at
right.
the top.
So eyebrows are the most useful.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the reason I say that is, it is actually a main part of our body language when we're speaking, and when you pay attention to someone and when they're talking. If they engage their eyebrows, people, furrow their brow when they're inquisitive. Yeah, they're like confused. If they're surprised, you get an eyebrow raise. It's something to notice when you're looking at someone to see if they're genuinely surprised about something, or if they're just like deadpan, or so that it's a way of conveying body language that some people don't really think about, and it's something subconsciously that we all use. So most important.
You could sell a shit sandwich to anybody.
As someone who sells for a living, that's something I look at for body language, and whether or not someone is buying what I'm telling them, or if there's genuine surprise there, or if there's concern or anything like that. That's one thing that I look at, because people don't think about it consciously unless they're The Rock. And then they're doing the whole.
If it's like if it's like your gimmick, I get it. Okay,
right.
I'm stunned that was your number one most.
You're welcome.
Useful. Wow.
Next is the skin on your elbow, the weenus.
The weenus.
I love that. I think it's the second most useful because it makes people so uncomfortable to grab their weenus. Not people you don't know, but like my wife, my friends, my colleagues. I'll just walk up behind and I'll just grab their weenus and tug on it. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, it's just the weenus. It's like I could put a nail through there, you wouldn't know.
Okay, so it's not quite as useful as eyebrows, which will
Right.
tell you whether I'm going to buy a car.
Right.
But the weenus's use is
Yes.
mainly for entertainment purposes.
Oh, it's amusement, purely
Okay.
amusement, purely
Okay.
amusement. If anything, it would be nice if it would do something like, shield the humorous, so you don't hit your funny bone.
Right.
That'd be nice, but no. And then lastly, the thumbnail. For those of you who don't know, I chew my nails. I really have a thumbnail. It's just a stump. So it's the least useful for me. So there it is. You're welcome.
That was pretty fantastic. But what if you didn't bite off your thumbnail every chance you got? What would you use? I mean, I'm trying to think of what was the purpose
it's
of the
you know
thumbnail.
what, having a
Defense?
bigger thumbnail would give you more leverage in a thumb war. I don't know.
I hadn't thought of that. It'd
that's
make
what
you taller though, also a longer target for the opposing thumb. Anyway,
I'm taking
look at that
leverage.
nasty thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jay.
I thought my thumb was bad.
Jay's here. We just decided to start the show
let's
without.
tell
That's really
tell
nasty.
everybody why it looks like that. Jay lost his thumb in a tragic accident, and that's actually the toe from a cadaver that they found, and they sewed it onto his hand.
That's true.
It was an amazing day for the medical science and technology sector of American healthcare, and and now we have Jay. So
yeah, that's true.
And if you ever need, and if you ever need to measure 1/4 teaspoon, he's got it for you right there.
I eat my yogurt with it every morning.
It's disgusting. All right, wait. Let me get your opinion since you're here.
What did I miss?
The three most, maybe not the most useless, but three of the more useless body parts that every person has. I want you to rank them in order of most useful to least useful. Okay, there's three of them. You have your eyebrows. Okay, you have the nail on your thumbnail, or you have the skin, your weenus, hanging from your elbow.
I think eyebrows are 100% useful, keeping sweat out of your eyes.
Sweat out of your eyes. Okay.
100%.
I guess if you have no hair to stop the sweat from falling, it all ends up in your
what
eyebrows. Okay. All right. Learning something here.
The weenus? This?
Yeah, the weenus.
He doesn't. You see, also Jay doesn't have a hairline anymore to catch any of that, so that's the only hairline he's got.
Yeah,
to catch it.
What was the thumbnail? Was the other one?
The thumbnail was the other one. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think that's useful at all. I pick my nose with this finger. I don't need a nail on my thumb.
Agreed.
Jay, if you pick your nose with your
you ever
thumb,
see the difference in these? Look at this. Is a normal.
I wouldn't call that a normal thumb, but
it's normal. And then look how wide.
That looks like someone slammed it in a car door and it never really healed and went back to the same
so the
size.
Actual story is similar. I had a ski accident my sophomore year of high school, and apparently my thumb was still growing, and it broke the growth plate, and it never grew anymore. So it grew this way instead of this way. It's a true statement. True story.
If we were on one of those late night talk shows, and it's like two truths and a lie, and I would say that is 100% a made up lie. Maybe it's because I've known Jay for almost 20 years that
I'm telling you, that's it. That's what happened.
Okay.
It's not as cool as the cadaver story, but
it's
true.
It's not as cool.
If you had given me 2 more minutes, I was really going to punch it up a little bit more. You're car accident, pulling some kids to safety or something like that.
Yeah, and the car fell on me. I held it up for as long as I could, and then
it's
casualty was my thumb.
It's tragic. You're an American hero. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Scottish Northern Ireland's hero Rory McIlroy wins the Scottish Open and nearly won the U.S. Open. And now he's looking to win the Open, the British Open. Well, let's start there. What do you call this tournament, Mac?
I mean, I've always known it as the British Open.
Okay.
When people ask me about it, or in any context, I always say the British Open. I don't care who I offend or why they changed it. I know there is a story there, and I've heard it 10 times, but I couldn't tell you what it was. But yeah, it's always been the British Open to me.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the name of this episode. It's the British Open.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rory
Is it because it
McIlroy.
was only like why? What?
I
do we
don't
know the
know.
reason?
No, we don't know the reason. Rome, you know the reason? Did you look that up? I don't know. You'd probably not. All right. Let's just get this out of the way. Rory McIlroy beat a whole bunch of nobodies at the Scottish Open because nobody's playing really the week before a major tournament. Everyone's just kind of getting adjusted to being in Europe, except for the live guys who've been there now for a month. Good scheduling on the live part. Anyway, he's going to be the favorite. He's going to be everyone's pick to win, him and Ricky Fowler. And I don't think anyone here will pick him. But did anyone watch? Well, you couldn't have watched, but because it was on some app somewhere. But did anyone see anything about the Scottish Open?
I saw his insane 2-iron shot from like 198 yards out into the wind with 30-mile-per-hour gusts, or I don't know what that is, kilometer per hour. Who fucking cares? It was an amazing shot. Hit it right into the wind and landed maybe a couple of feet from the pin. I think I saw the video like 2 or 3 times.
The only thing I heard about it, there was an article about how well maintained the course was from groundskeeper Willie. That was the only thing I could think of that I read about it. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's why they scheduled the Scottish Open at this point in the year. The Springfield Central School District ends school early enough that he was able to get over there and help out.
Exactly.
It was honestly, it was a really great effort. Bilateral effort between a lot of different international organizations. And I think it's a really great thing.
Yeah.
It's people helping people. It's powerful stuff, man.
I had no idea this show was going to end up with a Simpsons trope. It's really fucking hysterical.
They predict everything. I love that show.
Somehow we've become a Simpsons trope. I have no idea how. All right. So anyway, the British Open, the 151st Royal Liverpool, Cam Smith, our boy, just won the last tournament, is headed into the Open to defend the Claret Jug. He actually had to give it back. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, shit's fucking stupid.
Like no one else has won it yet. Why does he have to? He's still the champion.
Oh, you give it back before the Open?
Yeah, like he showed up on Monday, and then there was a thing where he had to go like turn back in the jug to the jug keeper. I'm not sure.
The jug guardian.
But yeah, and so I guess for people to see it maybe during the tournament, to have it posted out there so people can see it when they come to visit the grounds. I don't know. That's the only reason I think it was really weird. They made like a huge production out of it. Anyway, he's still the defending champion and just won the last live event. A bunch of other live guys. Rome, how many live guys we got? Like 16, right? I think it was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, 16, and a bunch of them have played this course before, obviously, because the British Open has, a good rotation of courses, and Royal Liverpool pops up every like 6 years or whatever. So it should be a well-known course to everybody. The usual suspects probably as the betting favorites from Live, probably Cam and Brooks, probably the top 2 betting favorites if I had to guess. Anyway, I'll start with you, Mac. The golfer who is quiet, not necessarily quietly, but playing the best golf of late on Live that could do really well and be at the top of the leaderboard most of this weekend. Not named Brooks or Cam.
I mean, do we have a list of is Gooch in it?
Yeah, Gooch is in there.
I mean, maybe just on Live, but the guy's nobody's playing better golf than him right now.
I
don't think he's. I don't know if the British Open courses, are his cup of tea. No pun intended. That was good. But I mean, you got to put him in the conversation. I mean, I don't know, dude. The British Open always confuses me a little bit. it's tough because you don't know, you watch people on courses all around the world, but so many courses, they're so different than some of those those courses like they made. I don't know if you remember from the 90s. If anybody remembers early 90s, it was you. When they made when John Daly, they banned using drivers on those, or the courses that they used to play. They not banned, but they wouldn't be able to hit driver. Right? They took driver out of his hand because they're super narrow, super. So Wilson had made him a 0 iron. I don't know if you remember that. They made him a 0 iron.
Literally just watched that video on that today.
Yeah, they made a yeah. So it was a 12-degree iron, which is ridiculous, right? So like, whatever your driver is, 9 degrees or whatever, 12-degree iron just so he can smash it like he did, because that was what made him the golfer he was, right? So like, not many people can play on the course with what clubs they have that they would normally play on, thick or rough, things like that. So it's a totally different style course. So it's really what I mean by it confuses me. It's tough to pick somebody out of a hat of really good golfers that would thrive on a course like that.
But you did mention Taylor Gooch, which is definitely a name.
I mentioned Taylor Gooch because Taylor Gooch is playing great golf right now, right?
Mhm.
You asked me who was maybe coming up quietly. He's not being quiet. He's right in the forefront of it, but he's playing good golf. So I feel like he's got to be in the conversation.
All right, Jerome.
Taking a look at the line here on DraftKings, no free ads, and I'm actually kind of surprised by like the top 3 they have here.
Gotti.
Well, McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm,
Duh.
and then you have Cam Smith and Brooks.
Makes sense.
None of that surprises me.
Yeah.
But if you start to scroll down that list and start to look at other live guys, is there one of those guys who you could say you wouldn't be surprised if they were the winner at the end of this weekend?
Bryson, he's been playing a really good golf the last 2 months. I would not be shocked, and that's not, just because he's on my favorite team, but he's been playing really good golf. He would, the way he played in London,
right,
and in Spain, I think there's a real shot that he could shock some people and be in the top 5, top 10.
He finished T8 in 2022 at the British Open, so he's got some history.
Accuracy in short game. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah,
you got to fit that bill. I mean, you have soft hands. You gotta be able to play around the green.
But you mentioned something. Yeah, you mentioned something, Jay, about the clubs in the bag, and that has a lot to do with what's in your head and the confidence when you're standing over the ball. So guys who aren't used to having to hit, a stinger or whatever from 175, 180, but because it's uphill and there's a huge front and the wind is in your face, these are shots that they don't. These are shots they don't normally hit. But some of these guys do play over there pretty regularly. That's why you see some of the similar names at the top of these ornaments.
And that's true. That's true. True to your point there. Like, these guys are professional golfers. A lot of them, they play these courses. It's not like it's their show. I mean, course by course basis, maybe it's your first time playing it, but these guys, they've all played it at when they're at this level at some sort of course. It's going to be similar, attributes for this course. So
agreed. I'll take Dustin Johnson because I think he's in the best form that
day of the week.
Yeah, he's in the best form, and he hasn't putted well. It feels a lot like Brooks. Brooks was hitting the ball so well at the beginning of the season, and heading into the Masters, we were like, but he hasn't been making any putts. Then he made all the putts, until that rain or whatever, and on Saturday into Sunday. Then he didn't make any more putts. But when he was making putts, he was running away with a tournament. Dustin hasn't made. I mean, if you watch him play, he just hasn't made putts. He's, coming up over the ball. I know we talked about how he switched putters out at the beginning of the season, and he stuck with that putter throughout the year, unlike you, Jay, who's already switched your putter during this show. But yeah, I'll take DJ. Sometimes it's not as penalizing when you miss at these courses because of the link style, and you just need to be strong to get out of those tufts of grass. It's not
Mhm.
not like a US Open where you get buried, you just can't actually play it. If you're strong enough, you can get it out of these things. That's why I like the Bryson call too. I think those are two good picks there.
What kind of course do you think you would thrive at, both of you? At a
yeah.
US Open type course, at a link style course, at a an Augusta, something that's, hilly and challenging, small greens. What do you think you'd have the best chance at shooting? Right? Because none of us are extremely accurate.
Yeah.
So US Opens are tough because you can't be 4 inches off the fairway.
Right. Yeah, it would have to be somewhere with, like you said, with easier rough and not as much wind. So, I mean, it's probably Augusta then. If I had to pick from all of them, it's probably Augusta. I mean, I know that there are plenty of places where you can get in trouble there, but seems to be when it's playing well that those players can get birdies, which means, bogeys on this
Right.
end. And so,
Right.
I think my best chance at, you saying best chance of breaking 100 or something like that?
Best chance of breaking 125.
Yeah, 125. I don't even know if I can break 125. Yeah, I'll take Augusta.
Yeah.
I think. Just because of the elements and, like you said, the rough. The rough would just be a devastation for us because we just
Forget it.
anywhere around the green or off the tee in the rough is basically a penalty shot.
And if you land the ball only 250 with no
Right.
rollout, you're gonna have a long way in on a lot of those holes.
Right.
That rough just grabs it.
Right. You're playing Beth
You
Page.
get 3 shots to get
You're
back to
playing
the
Beth
fairway.
Page from 7,800 or something like that. You know what I
Forget
mean?
it.
Forget it. Your day's over. First tee box. If you can't carry it to 265 to the fairway anyway. Yeah, interesting. Jerome, do you play any golf?
Played last Tuesday.
And
I played 9 at Dinsmore. Had a good time. It was, shot my normal 48 there. I working through stuff as always. I feel like my putting's getting better, which is positive.
What are your safe strokes?
Yeah, that'll keep you from
Okay.
blowing up. That'll keep you from blowing up because you get on the green and you can still 2-putt or make a putt or something like that.
Yeah, that's the goal every time. Just put myself in good positions to 2-putt. If not in one.
I played the Charleston the municipal course, and with the old greens elevated, they're super tough to hit. I don't even know if I hit a single one. It was rough. It was 47, and it was like 100 degrees out there. So 94.
There was a lot of hot days to golf.
Not the best.
It was a hot weekend here.
Yeah, not the best to be out there, but still fun. I'll get out there again this week. Jay,
how did you do in the amateur?
Yeah.
Good. I had Austin on the bag day 1, round 1. I shot an 81. I missed 4 putts from 3.5 feet. I almost drove home after 9 holes on the first day and got a new putter off the rack, but we stuck with it. Putted better on the back, shot an 81. Kind of left me in a position where I knew I needed to shoot something in the mid to high 70s to make the cut. Had Christina, my wife, on the bag on her birthday on Saturday, round 2. She did a heck of a job. She read more putts than I did. I listened to her after like 3 holes I double bogeyed the first hole. I said, here we go. It's going to be quite the day. Ended up turning around, a bunch of birdies, shot 77. He got back into the clubhouse, scorer was putting everything in the system, and he said, you're clear, you're 158. He said 162 is probably going to be the cut. Went home, celebrated her birthday, got a call, 158 was the number. So the par putt I had on 18 was that much.
Yeah, you didn't know.
It was a 16-footer left to right. Christina got it on video. It was awesome. So it was really, really cool way to make the cut. But Sunday we had torrential down. Well, we were supposed to have a crazy storm. It wasn't really that bad. They canceled the final round in the morning. So they were going to do it next week or the weekend after. Too many people. They lost like 50% of the field of the last 30 guys that made the cut. So they pushed it to August 13th. which we will be at Live Bedminster on the 12th into the 13th. So I might be doing all day Saturday, half day Sunday, shooting home for a 1 o'clock tee time on Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. It's not definite yet, but I think that's the day they're going to pick.
Is there a chance you're going to win because there's going to be so many people dropping out, or
Could be. If they lose half the field, you're up against 15 guys. So you never know. We just have to hope that the guys that shoot in the high 60s, low 70s, they're on vacation. but yeah, no, it's always a great feeling to you get your top 78 guys, all under 10 handicap that get up in the Dutchess County Amateur every year, and if you can make the top 30, it's always you feel like you're at least competing against some of the best guys. Some of these guys are lights out. Like I said, their first round 67, 71 in the first 2 rounds. It's really tough to compete with that, but to make the cut and be in the top 30, it's pretty cool. 3 years in a row, I got that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. But played good, putted way better the second day. So I guess I keep the putter today. But I did just regrip one of my other putters today, so I don't know. I might be throwing that at me. We'll see.
I finally regripped my white hot. Actually, I don't know. Maybe that.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I think that fat grip has been on there since 08,
Finally came to terms that
2009,
you don't
14.
need,
It's
you don't
not the
need such a
girth.
big grip.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not the girth.
He's got
Stick to what
plenty
you
of
know.
he's got
Stick to
plenty of
what you know.
practice hanging on to girth.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the tuna can in the hand. It was just comfort. It's the comfort.
Right.
All right, now let's make our official the open picks. Even though it's not for the contest, this would just be if you pick anybody that's playing in the tournament.
Hey.
Live.
We're not going to add it.
Or
That doesn't
or
have to
you're
be,
saying
yeah, anybody. You pick anybody. I'll go first.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I would love to watch a live player win, and I'll be rooting for all the live players. But I just
course.
think that the best golfer out
DJ.
there is Scotty Scheffler, and he's been in the top 10 like every single tournament he's played in all year, top 15 or something like that, and so close to winning so many times. Just off the leaderboard, putting a big push on Sunday. Blah 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 blah. That's been the story of his season. Just hasn't had that big moment yet, so this will be his big moment. Love watching him play. By the way, he's gonna be awesome on whatever Live TV takes over.
I'm gonna take Cam.
Yeah,
Back to back, running it back.
Why not?
There's not much more I like in golf than rooting for Brooks to win.
mm-hmm.
I just love his I don't care attitude. We've talked about that on previous episodes. He's easy to root for. I enjoy rooting for him, so I'm going to pick Brooks.
Nice. We needed a Brooks pick. So I'm the only guy who didn't pick a Live player. Me.
You suck.
Sell out. That was easy. This episode brought to you by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. Jerome made it to the end of the episode. Tell him what to do.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit subscribe, hit the bell in the corner to get notifications when we're posting. Follow us on socials. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what your picks are for the British Open. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what you think. If you think we fucking suck for picking who we pick, call us out. Let us know what you think.
Are we gaining any subscribers here?
Yeah, every week we get at least
YouTube?
one.
We get one a week?
I mean, we've got
When we're consistent posting videos and stuff, that's
Yeah.
how you gain followers. Yeah.
every week.
Excellent.
Every week we getting a
Keep
little
them
bit
coming.
closer to. So we've had 28 weeks. We got 30 followers. We're right in the mix.
Banging. So we're gonna get. I know we said this, or I've said this for a while. On course videos. They'll be coming soon to the channel. I got a couple stuff in the works, so we'll get them going.
You say this every week.
I do.
We're waiting for
11
it.
weeks going.
We're ready.
Yep.
We're ready for golf content. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.